So today is September 18, and the day 18 often, initially it was a very difficult date, but slowly it's eased into becoming a day of pause, a day of reflection, a day of remembering my brother. He passed on April 18th, 2021. And I am grateful to God for how far I've gotten with, especially not being so triggered by that date. Now it's a date of, like I said, day of pause and of thinking and reflecting about my brother's life. And one of the things as I was walking this morning, and I was, I am still in transition, and it's been I would say in a lot of ways a rough one, because culturally I find it quite different, but also I just miss the warmth and the community in India a lot. Even though I'm an introvert, I miss that a lot. And so I think it means a lot when I'm able to make calls to my mother back in India, and I'm able to see relatives or friends on a phone call. I think that's really great and big for me, because then it feels like, they're just around here somewhere, even though it's like, oceans apart and countries and continents apart. I think, so this, especially when my brother died, I think it was really difficult for me, because I thought, when I tried to think of it, there wasn't one person, except for my really close friend Monica, that I could think of that would have the same expressions or the same joy almost. Or, how my brother Andrew was totally different, and they're very rare people, I'm telling you, that I see that have that same spirit almost. When you talk to them. So when I was walking this morning around the lake, I just suddenly felt like I want to call somebody, or I wish I could call somebody, and this is what I need. I need that same face that my brother would have if I had called him. So for those of you who don't know my brother, if you called him or if you met him, he would just have the most open face, the most welcoming, warm, genuine, no faking face that would say, I'm so happy to see you, or I'm so happy to have met you, or to meet you again, and it would be just very genuine. And it's crazy to me to think that actually, that I don't have that anymore, that I just can't call and see that same excitement that I would probably have if I saw him, or when I see my mom, or I see people that I love. I just have this like excitement, and it often makes me also think, or made me think today, of this thing that I learned in one of our schools in YWAM, and it's the face of Jesus with this really like happy face. And this person said, this is how God looks at you when he looks at you. He has the most bright expression when he looks at you, and he's genuinely so happy to see you, and that God is always in a good mood. And that's something that I often felt with my brother, and he had his hardships. We grew in a very difficult home. Our lives were hard for a long time. But it was never shown on his face. Like, I think that he represented so much of Jesus to me. And I comfort myself, telling myself that I do have Jesus with that same expression. And my brother probably in the cloud of witness, looking at me with that expression and going, I am so happy to be in your life. I am still part of your life, and I am filled with joy. And often when we're going through really difficult periods of our life, it could be different things, I think we all need that joyful presence. maybe people we love or people that are very genuine and childlike, to bring that joy to us. And it's a reminder to me on another 18th that yes, it's difficult, and I grieve not having my brother and that beautiful smile, that genuine, real, childlike, beautiful countenance. But I'm also his sister, so I'm reminded to continue being like that. I've started to have like dimples. I don't know if that's what they call that in the US, but I think that it comes from when you some people naturally have it, and I don't know if I had it when I was a kid or not, but I feel like I see it more and more when I smile now. And I think my smile muscles have exercised enough that now it's made this. And my husband sees it more, like you see this little thing go when I smile a lot, and a deep, beautiful smile. And amidst all of life's difficulties, it's a reminder today for me that I want to be like my brother, and I want to continue smiling. And that's a smile that is from joy and not just happiness, because my circumstances are not always the same. But I choose joy, and that joy produces courage to choose more joy every day. And my brother and his smile and Jesus's countenance and that picture that I learned at that school is a reminder for me that yes, I might not see that often a lot, and that's something that I've really, really kind of grown up with, like especially in the years that my brother got to know the Lord, and especially like for 5-6 years in a row, like just to see that. And that I can still persevere, and I can continue to let that aspect grow in me, because it means a lot to me. And I know a lot of people are going through a lot of difficult situations. So I hope that I get better and better at this, that when I see people, which I think I usually have a very, like, I am so happy to see you appearance, that I will continue to have it, even when I'm struggling, even when it's difficult in my emotions. And when I do see people, I pass on that attribute of God and that attribute of my lovely brother. So here I am, grieving him, but also challenged and encouraged to be like him and like our Savior.